Hey guys, getting a little chilly here in Colorado, but I thought I'd make a few more videos before the snow comes. So this would be one of them, and I think this is one of the big encompassing ideas that you could use on the court that can kind of make other things happen. Because it can get really complicated if you start nitpicking all the things you should be doing on the tennis court. But this one, I feel, would really help improve a lot of elements of your game, and it would include all of those little things to get to that point. So what I'm talking about is spacing. So with everything I hit, it's all about trying to create leverage and trying to create length. So when I'm trying to hit a forehand, for example, I am not going to put my hand near my hip. If I'm this close to my body, it doesn't allow me to generate length and get a good racket head speed and leverage into the ball. So the idea then is, if you ever see a pro swinging, they're always going to get their fists off their body, right? And then they're going to extend even further when they make their swing. So that's the same with the forehand. So one thing I like to tell students is air out your armpits. So when I'm swinging, I'm going to air out my armpits when I'm done, trying to really reach out, especially with my dominant hand there. And then when I'm reaching out here, I'm trying to air out my armpits, so that allows me to really think about stretching. And I think that's kind of common in the beginning, or the end of the swing, but I feel like a lot of players don't really cover that when they're doing the actual preparation. So take a look at how you're getting your racket back, getting your arm off your body, and trying to really stretch out to make a good swing at the ball. Now this goes along with other strokes too. This is the volley too. So if I'm hitting my volley, I want to create distance. Ball's coming right at me. I'm trying to create distance so I can have a very solid swing at the ball, rather than coming in and I have no leverage now. I have no strength here. So the idea then is, how quick am I to create distance, right? So a good way to do this on the ground stroke and the volley level is have a ball fed to you through a ball machine or someone feeding you, and it feeds right to you. So the ball comes right at you, try to space out, hit your forehand, get back in position, ball comes back at you, space out and hit your backhand. And then try to come to the net and do the same thing where you're creating space every time you're hitting, all right? And the last thing it covers is the serve and the overhead as well. They kind of go together, but I'm just going to focus on the serve. So the serve is the same idea. You watch any good player serving, they're stretching their dominant hand out to create length. If you create length, your centrifugal force is going to be much higher into the ball, and that's why the taller player, one of the reasons why taller players can hit the ball harder, they're bigger, they're longer. So use that. No matter what your height is, if you start feeling this when you're coming in like this, where the racket is near you, you're going to be playing like you're a lot shorter than you really are. So try to think about how much you are stretching your arm and getting that back and creating. I'm always looking for that pivot, the 90 degrees on the arm, and seeing if you are at 90 or are you in like 45, and is your fist close to your head. That's not going to allow you to really reach and have a good swing. So try spacing on everything you're doing. So the ground strokes, the volleys, and the overheads, and the serves. And I really think that's going to cover all the other elements of your game that won't make this so complex. So give it a try, and I hope it helps.